If you're about to be travelling from Birmingham Airport in the UK anytime soon, you need to watch this video. There's another problem that doesn't seem to be getting the airing that I would expect it to. And this video isn't just about Birmingham Airport. You could be travelling to any airport in the world, and there's advice in here that could well make your whole experience a whole lot better. Want the reality of travel? A lot of the time, it's brilliant. Welcome to our local airport in the UK, Birmingham International. If you're planning a fly out of here anytime soon, let's just say it's not great and you might need to get to the airport a little bit early. Oh no, that's not what I'm talking about. You wait till you see what we're going into out there before we get on our flight. How's it going, Sarah?
Frustrating.
Why is that?
Well, there's no staff really looking after the situation. There's green terminals there that the front of the queue aren't.
Yeah, these green lights have been there for ages, but no one's moving the queue down. And this was just the queue for the bag drop before we even thought about getting into the security queue. Ryanair, to manage from their perspective the meltdown that's currently happening at Birmingham Airport, sent us an email the day before asking us to come to the airport 3 hours, not 2 hours before our flight. I think a lot of people got particularly worried when they saw that, and I think people got there much earlier. And when they got to the front of the bag drop queue, got sent right to the back of the bag drop queue. And with people pushing in, you could see tempers were starting to flare, people were starting to get pretty agitated. And I have to say, I was fearing the worst at this point. So what's causing all these issues? Well, it's something to do with the security scanners, but I'm no expert. I don't work for Birmingham Airport. I'll leave that for them to work out for themselves. But what did start to annoy me was before I even got there, the tacit blaming of passengers by the boss of Birmingham Airport, Mr. Barton. I thought maybe there's something in this. Maybe Birmingham Airport have sent me an email in the last week to bring me up to speed on what's happening. And maybe that's why he's getting so annoyed. Well, I checked my email box and nothing. I guess he expects us passengers to know this stuff through the method of osmosis, maybe.
Birmingham Airport, which has been absolutely miserable. People queuing for 3 hours, people missing flights. It's just been horrible. And the boss of the airport, as you quite rightly said, Nick Barton, blaming passengers. He said, actually, 18% yesterday morning, 18% of bags are being rejected. You would normally expect, in a kind of normal old school x-ray security queue, maybe 1 in 10 bags to be pulled. Yeah. He said 18%, so that's nearly twice as many. And these are with the fancy new scanners.
I don't know what you're thinking, that's not too bad, is it? Oh, we're going to start again. So who am I to be talking about this? Well, myself and my wife Sarah, we retired early over 3 years ago to travel the world full time. We sold our house in the UK and are just on the move constantly. And as a result of that, we've taken more than 30 flights in the last 3 years in 5 continents. And I've got to say, I've never seen anything like this before. So we had to snake through 2 massive tents of lines before we could even get into the terminal building to get to security. And with summer here, I recommend anyone entering this queue to do so with plenty of water on them, especially if you've got kids or older people with you. I was a little bit surprised, in fact, that I didn't see Birmingham Airport staff handing out bottles of water to people waiting in that queue. And no, we're not even in the summer season yet with the kids off school. That hasn't happened. And unless Birmingham Airport are on the front foot, I hope they're doing something about this, but that will be proper bedlam out there with kids stood outside not understanding why. And just the total influx of additional passengers We're in a fairly low season at the moment, doing this travel in June. Bizarrely, everybody appears to be quite good spirits. I'm hearing people laughing, joking, but that's in spite of what's going on. I think that's the British stiff upper lip, and just keep calm and carry on. It's quite impressive to see. Just got inside the building, and it's an hour and a quarter since we first got to the airport this morning. Now, this is a thing that I'm not seeing a lot of talk about at the moment. Not only do they have issues with their security scanning, but they've decided to implement this whole new security scanning system at the same time as completing a total overhaul of the airport, meaning that the normal escalators that people would use at any airport in the world to get around an airport aren't there. They've disappeared. You can't even see them. No, what you've now got are just 4 lifts, or elevators as you'd call them, in the US. And this just slows things down even further. And as you get out of the lift the other end, the bedlam just continues. Remember, we haven't even got to the point where you hold your boarding pass up to the scanner and it goes green and you walk through. We're way before that. So once we did clear the scanners, we were then in the security area. Can't take any video footage from there, but the queues continued to snake further and further and further. And I thought something that was a bit of a miss by Birmingham Airport is not even were all the scanners switched on. And we were really impressed with just about everybody in that queue. I was more surprised and perplexed at just how jocular and happy people were. In fact, the guy just in front of us in the queue spent a lot of time trying to encourage us to eat the chocolate that he bought for breakfast. Now, we don't tend to eat chocolate at 7 or 8 in the morning. So if you're watching this, if you'd have got us something like, I don't know, a yogurt, maybe I'd have been up for that. If you are watching this, actually, do just drop us a comment in the box below. Anyone that is planning to travel out of Birmingham over this summer, don't come here 2 hours before your flight. We did 3.5, and we are making our flight. I'm sure there's a lot of people not going to. It is pandemonium. It's bedlam out there. But the good thing is, everybody seems to be in good spirits, and everybody, apart from almost everybody, following the rules. People pushing in Ryanair, thinking they can get away with it. No. Sarah saw some other people pushing in the queue outside. But on the whole, everyone were acting like good humans. And that is very heartwarming to see. So, Birmingham Airport, sort it out. I know you've got new systems going in, but this isn't the way anyone wants to start their travel day. You know, we're fortunate on this flight. Sometimes we're doing connecting flights and you've got a long day ahead of you. And if you're starting our day like this, it's not fair, is it?
I know why you're doing this now, because you're distracting me through all the duty-free shopping.
Exactly, so I'm no fool.
I'm having to walk straight through all the shops.
And I said this isn't just for people travelling from Birmingham Airport. No matter what airport you're travelling from in the world, there are always issues. The most important thing you've got to pack is a positive attitude and patience. As I said earlier on, Sarah and I travel the world full time. If you're interested in any more detail about our travels, the problems, but also the good things and the destinations that we visit, then make sure that you click the subscribe button that you can see underneath this video.